Everyone has nightmares. But for actors, they can take a very different form because their worst nightmares happen when they are wide awake. Hi, I'm Luann Moldavin, and welcome to The Actor's Nightmare. We have a great story today, but before we get into it, I want to thank our sponsors who have been so supportive of the show. First, a big shout out to Artists Repertory Theater, Portland's premier regional theater company, producing intimate, provocative shows that provide a home for a diverse community of artists where they can thrive and take risks. Check out their 2019-2020 season at www.artistrep.org. Also, thanks so much to our patrons, Bob Conklin, and to Len and Susan Magazine and their company Real Estats, providing statistical overviews for residential real estate in Oregon and Washington. Check them out at www.realestats.net. And of course, we are so grateful for the studio at North Rim, where we record our podcast. If you want to do a show, check them out at studioatnorthrim.com. All right, so today we have in the studio Sharonlee McLean. Hello, Shlee.
Hello.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. I am too.
I'm so glad that you're here to tell us a couple of stories, but I wanted to ask, first of all, so everyone who knows you as Shlee. Everyone who knows you and loves you, which is everybody, knows you as Shlee. And I keep forgetting to ask where that came from.
It actually came from Bill Bill Harper, when we were at his and Jana's house. Mm-hmm. And there was a conversation about, again, for saying my whole name instead of splitting my name into two. Uh-huh. And so he started goofing around with some names.
Oh, it's an eliding of the, obviously. Yes.
Yeah. And he was walking from the kitchen with a cup of coffee and said, "What about Shlee?" And I went, "That's it."
Bingo.
Right there. And I think that was 1996.
Uh-huh. You and I had crossover in L.A. You were born, though. Where were you born?
I was born in San Francisco.
So was I. That's right.
Yeah. We have family. There was family. Right. Yeah.
And then you shifted to Los Angeles at some point?
Yes. When I was in my 20s, I came with a boyfriend, just got in the car and drove. And that did my staying in Los Angeles lasted for 38, 39 years.
Is that right?
And then, but the relationship didn't.
Of course.
So that was gone in like 2 years. Uh-huh. So,
but you were working in the theater pretty quickly.
Oh yeah,
you?
when Jim and I landed in Los Angeles, we just started working. It was like bizarre. I guess there was this, I don't know, we like squeezed in somewhere where we just started doing, and it was musicals for a long time.
Oh, okay.
And then I wanted to do straight plays.
But you had you gone to college in San Francisco, or you went to ACT?
I went to ACT.
Yeah.
I didn't go to, well, I went to film school for like 2 weeks. And then that was done.
You could make such a decision in 2 weeks, right? I'm done with this. Okay.
I was done.
And then I mean, getting into ACT is a huge accomplishment.
But see, I didn't know, because when I was 19 years old, it was like I was a little kid.
Yeah.
It was like I was 12, 13 years old. And so it was like, la, 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 la.
Did you do theater in high school?
No.
Well,
I was head cheerleader, prom queen. No, I did not do. I remember there's something in yearbooks that I did that I don't remember doing.
So the segue was from this mysterious show and cheerleading and all that, so you're used to being in front of an audience, to ACT. Was there something in between?
No, I lived in Germany for 3 years.
Okay.
I went to, gymnasium in Germany.
Did you do theater there?
No, I started singing.
Oh.
I started singing professionally when I was a kid. In a group.
Do you miss that, singing now?
Yeah, sometimes I do, because I am now 2 years smoke-free,
right.
And my voice has gone back to, it's bizarre.
Would you sing something now? Let's hear this new improved voice of Shlee's.
Let's see. What do I know? Oh, hair. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait. I know which one. Okay, all right, here we go. Mm-hmm. Okay. No warm up. This is cold. Okay. We starve, look at one another. Okay, we starve, look at one another. Oh no. We starve, look at one another. Walking proudly in our winter coats, wearing smells from laboratories, thinking a dying nation with moving paper fantasies, listening for the new told lies with supreme vision of lonely tunes. City, a spider web sitar. Life is around you and in you. That's it, folks, with bad lyrics.
Great. Thanks for that serenade. So speaking of singing and speaking of singing,
yes,
you were in a production of Best Little Whorehouse.
Yep,
in Texas.
Yeah, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Mm-hmm. Yes, I played Angel.
You had been doing it for a while.
8 months.
And yeah, that's a long time for a show off Broadway.
And I think close to 8 weeks of rehearsing.
Oh wow! Where was this? It's like indulgent.
This was in Orange County.
Oh, that's
theater in Orange County, and it's at a time in theater where you did rehearse that long and you did run shows that long. So this is what I was used to. Mm-hmm. When I moved to Oregon is when things were so short.
Right. So there you are doing this show for a long time, and.
Yeah. And so the show was getting close to ending, and it was Christmas time. And so we decided, it was a game I'd never played before. Anyway, it was Secret Santa. But we stretched it out into a whole other game in front of the audience, sort of speaking. And we really focused really well. We didn't really break any rules, so we didn't get really into too much trouble.
So stage manager wasn't quite aware, or?
No, stage manager was aware, but we very clear about breaking rules, or although I did get in trouble once. But anyway, so I changed the blocking. Okay, and the reason why I changed the blocking is Secret Santa, we got all our names. And so in Secret Santa, one of the rules is that you can leave notes. And what the notes are is they're clues to who they might be.
Who your Secret Santa is.
Yes, you could write a letter, or you could leave little tiny gifts. Clue glyphs. Clue gifts.
Yeah, say that fast 10 times.
No, clue gifts.
Clue gifts. Clue
gifts. Clue glyphs. Clue glyphs. And now it sounds like I have some sort of disease. But anyway, so they would happen off stage, and people. But what started happening is we started leaving clues on stage. And so the excitement, I'm going to make this kind of short, the excitement is yes, we were doing a play, but you would see in the dark actors running backstage going, I got a clue from blah, blah, or you got a clue. Look, when you enter on stage right, you have to find it's all the way on stage left. So we're saying lines and singing and dancing and doing all the stuff, but we're looking for our clues on stage.
It's like two plays going on simultaneously.
It's exactly.
The actor's private play, Secret Santa play, and then, Best Little Whorehouse.
The Texas, yes. But I tell you, it was kind of magical because the play did take on a natural, pure, reactions to things, emotionally equipped.
Everything was
storytelling
more heightened,
everything was heightened. And so that was really cool. Okay, so people are getting gifts backstage. They're getting gifts on stage. They're getting little written notes. Often
Give me an
example
of like where a clue might be on stage.
Well, there was one I'll just use. Well, there was one. The one I did get in trouble is there was one where I think I entered center, through the house. And so I got a note saying, you have a clue. Go find it. And so what I did was I changed the entire blocking of the scene. So everybody, the girls would follow me over, and we'd all change. So this group would like move around, and I'd have to camouflage getting the gift. It was actually a note. Get the note, and then I'd stash it in my thing to be able to read it. Or I could read it, depending on what was going on, I could secretly read it on stage. So I did. As soon as I walked up, I got in trouble. Like, you can't be doing that.
Right.
You cannot.
It's not
be
all about
changing.
Secret Santa.
That's
These people
right.
are here to see Best Little Whorehouse.
Exactly. People have paid tickets, paid money. So so that was. But I had to get that note. Yeah, I had to get that note.
And you did.
So and I did. Yeah, got in trouble. So on the last. So this is going on for a while. Really, it was quite magical, actually. And so, when our Secret Santas were going to be revealed, now the 2 weeks had passed, and now it's time for the reveal. And all the presents were stashed away on the stage. Nothing was backstage. And they were actual gifts. So this is now your Secret Santa.
Who hid these on stage? Each of you did this?
No, stage manager, crew.
Knew to hide these
everybody.
gifts.
Yeah.
You.
We all hid them on the stage. We hid them on the stage, and then you had to find so while a scene was going on, someone would go, I saw your Secret Santa. I saw your gift. I saw the thing. And so we would go, and as we were saying goodbyes, the goodbyes in the play, actually blocked in the play, we would go and either reveal ourselves as we said goodbye. So as I'm saying goodbye to Wendy, I would give her gifts saying, I am your Secret Santa. And I'm telling you, people were weeping openly. And so it looked like to the audience that gift wraps and bows and everything and saying goodbye was part of the play.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Incredible.
Wow.
So it all kind of worked out, but that was my first experience and the best experience I've ever had of Secret Santa.
I can see why, and perhaps your best experience doing Little Whorehouse.
It was. Well, there were other stories about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I will say one thing, because it's a fact. Nobody's hiding it. But the person that played the housekeeper, she decided that she was single at the time and nearing a certain age. And she, her clock was ticking. I was too young to understand what the clock ticking was. And so she said she wanted to have a kid. So this is how close this cast was. Okay. So everybody got together. And she said to the guys, I want to have a kid. Who wants to be the daddy? And I'm not kidding you.
Who wants to be my Secret Santa?
Very secret, which wasn't so. So anyway, she got pregnant with one of the guys in the cast. He is now in his 30s. His name is, I won't say, yes, he's in his 30s.
The byproduct of this theatrical interlude.
Yes, and he's so handsome. She was African-American. He was towhead, practically blonde, and so it was like musical, really beautiful. So
their relationship didn't last.
Oh no! It was a
purely
total understanding.
Yes,
everybody understood.
Okay,
everybody
you're my
got
Secret
it.
Santa. You're my sperm donor.
You're my sperm donor. And then the woman that played the lead, who was the mama who owned the thing, she got married on stage. We were all in her wedding. So I'm telling you,
it was those kind of casts. It's so it's so precious. Those times when we're in a show and it's so familial and heartbreaking when it's over. We have to go through a grieving process.
I went through 2 years. I couldn't handle it for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And I went on to do other shows, but it was too much. It was it was huge.
People don't get that kind of pain that we go through. And for 2 years, that's huge. That's big.
People don't have that anymore. I've had that with certain stages here, with certain shows here, but the longevity of something like that, I have not ever experienced again. Well, yeah. So,
Well, I want to ask you, we're talking about these musicals and another one that you did more than once. You've done Fiddler. How many times?
4 times.
And did you play different characters each time?
Yes, I played Seitel and Chava.
So
Yeah.
Oh, so you played those twice.
I played
each one twice.
Oh no! I have done it 5 times. No, wait a minute.
You played Yenta.
Yes, I played Yenta.
Right.
Yeah. So wait, Seitel, Chava, and then Yenta.
Okay, but this story is about when you played the
Seitel.
eldest sister. Yes.
Yeah, this is Seitel, and okay, sewing machine. The sewing machine. Scene.
Wait, where were you? Give me the setting. What town were you in?
Oh, I was in. This was Riverside Civic Light Opera, huge house, balconies, everything. So anyway, so we're at Riverside, and the guy who played Muttel, a great talent, but he was a bit of a prankster, and so loved him. Alexander loved this guy. Anyway. We did like 4 or 5 shows together.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so anyway, so it's the sewing machine scene and everybody's gathered. It's like, oh, look at my machine. And so everybody from the town comes, everybody gathers around the machine. And it's always staged as a huddle. So what he hid in a drawer, on the table, there's a drawer, and he pulls out these pictures. And there's a scene going on while everybody's looking at sewing machines. It's not a freeze, but you can move, like, oh, that's
Quiet,
nice.
subtle.
And yes, oh, look at each other. Isn't that cute? So he pulls out these pictures, and we're looking, and he has pictures of the largest penises I have ever seen. It's not just penis.
No.
It's the largest I've ever seen. And so our reactions are like, whoa! Whoa! And it's like, and the horror on our faces. And then, of course, our bodies or the shaking starts happening, and we're supposed to be quiet, but there's audible sounds coming. Oh, it's those kinds of sounds, and it's like we're trying to be so still, and then of course the laughing and the crying and the laughter, and he's straight.
Oh no,
he doesn't make. It's like he puts the thing down. He's the only one looking up, and we're all huddled in, and he's just lit without any facial expression, and he's just listening to us and not cracking a smile, not laughing. Oh my gosh, that was trouble because the audio, we were kind of good with the physical, but the audio, and then of course, what was going on back there? And of course, he reveals at the end of the play.
Did the other actors get mad at you, the ones who were supposed to be taking focus? Like afterwards, they say what?
Yes, they were mad because it wasn't a sound of, what a lovely machine. Now you're going to have money. Now we're going to thrive. I was like, oh, wow. It was like, oh. Those kinds of sounds. It was like,
well, we were just trying something different. That's all.
Oh, he got it. The largest, though. I was like, I'd never seen anything so. And also, too, the other thing is he would take them out and place them like cards. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't put one away.
He was dealing them out.
Adding on. And that was it. So it was like, wow. So 4 or 5, can't remember exactly how many, but all like in a straight row.
What happened to that dude?
I do not know where he is.
My cheeks hurt right now. I think I need to massage them before we finish up here so I can talk.
Sorry, yes.
I'm laughing too hard.
Yeah, Alexander, you guys would love him.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, Little Bunny, I can call you that, right? I know you call us that, but it goes both ways.
You and a few other people have returned that to me. So now I know what that feels like.
And it's adorable.
Yes, I know. To call someone a bunny, to me, is like, it's the best. I love it.
I've loved having you here today, Little Bunny.
Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning into The Actor's Nightmare. If you have a story you'd like to share and want to be on the show, it's really easy. Just record it into your phone and send it in an email to actorsnightmarepodcast@gmail.com. And remember to subscribe to the Actors Nightmare podcast. You can go to our website at www.actorsnightmarepodcast.com, choose subscribe, and then choose the platform that you like to use to listen to podcasts. Please subscribe if you like what you hear. And again, I want to thank our sponsors, Artist Repertory Theater, Portland's premier regional theater company, and to Bob Conklin, an ardent sponsor of all things theatrical here in Portland. And finally, to Realestats, providing statistical overviews for residential real estate in Oregon and Washington. This is Luann Moldovan. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you next time on The Actor's Nightmare.